Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Manassas. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. They had no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Rashawn Gary. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. A spin. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts.
I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, yet produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a run with McFarland. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The 28-yard line. A gain of 7. And
here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that one.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Mayfield sacked.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing, Mayfield. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McFarland running out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Mayfield looks to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And with a dime work on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Chiefs 3.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 9. Murray. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Running with McFarland. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings
Mayfield down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the...
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
64 yards.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 64 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. And that's a
battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, Mayfield again. He dumps this off underneath to McFarland. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
McFarland, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
3rd down and 15.
Here's Mayfield. quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
They didn't get the first down, but I'd have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
27. Chiefs 3.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mayfield off the play fake. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Mayfield sacked. An 8-yard loss.
To me, the defense has looked a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. McFarland once more. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll swing that out, complete to McFarland. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And 6 yards.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This short throw caught by Goddard. 7 yards the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Murray now. That one complete to Hill.
Murray's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Murray from midfield. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a first down. Chiefs.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Murray's
that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, here's McFarland. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He spins free.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for Dallas Goedert. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the 1st half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Hitting Juju on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's McFarland.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McFarland.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run here with McFarland.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Throwing, Mayfield. At this stage of the game, for the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
KC's offense ready to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Murray now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Murray again over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll run for it with Barkley going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Now they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's got the lane, and there he goes. going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.